Jalen Duren has the best contested rebound percentage. Yeah, this is kind of a cool stat. This comes from NBA University. So he's beating Anthony Davis. I don't know how they even track contested rebounds.
I think Spectrum, they track it. I think Clean the Glass is another app that you can pay for. When you're really getting into the analytics and really getting into this is like NBA Twitter, like nerd 101, and I absolutely love it.
So I'm reading, like, this is what someone says the definition is. It says, they just said, think about how great of a rebounder you have to be to grab 50 to 60% contested rebounds. They're not going 1v1 rebounder. There's usually 3 to 4 dudes going after it. So is that what a contested rebound is? That 3 to 4 guys are going after? That's okay. Yeah, that's impressive. That is really impressive. So it's not like him being boxed out and him just fighting for it?
It's just him contesting rebounds with other people that he's got the highest percentage out of anyone in the NBA. And you look at some of the names on that list. Andre Drummond, former Piston, he's 5th. Jalen Duren is 1st. Anthony Davis, 2nd. He's one of the better rebounders in the game. I mean, you can even scroll down the list. Pirtle, he's a very good rebounder. I think he's like 6th or 7th or something like that. Like, the fact that Jalen Duren is 1st in contested rebound percentage shows you how hard he works on the glass, whether it's defensive or offensive. And to your point, a lot of people are saying, hey, Detroit may have a young Dwight Howard. It just kind of shows you his effort level too, because rebounds, to me, it's all about effort. And if you're not giving effort, you're not getting rebounds.
No, 100%. That's what it is. I love Duren's hustle. I love Duren, man. I was going to ask you this, though. Is Jalen Duren, and I seen this on Twitter, that's why I'm bringing this up. I want to make that very clear. You've heard me on the podcast. I've been saying this for a while. I think Duren is the next Dwight Howard or some version of Dwight Howard. I've said that before. But there are some fans that think Duren is the next Andre Drummond. So is Duren the next Andre Drummond in Detroit, or is he something more? That's what I want to know. I also want to open it up to the people watching. Feel free to write some comments, and like we always say, if they're good, we'll share them if we even get any. But to you, Anthony, do you think he is Andre Drummond, or do you think he's something more?
I think if you look at the rookie numbers, they're very comparable, and I could see why Pistons fans look at Duren, they look at Drummond, and they're saying, he's the next Drummond. What I will say is Andre Drummond, when he came into the league, I think some Pistons fans, maybe they do forget because it was a while ago, he was very aggressive, much like Duren is. And I don't know what happened over the years. Maybe it's coaching. He kind of lost that aggressiveness, and he kind of turned into a player that, we labeled as soft. I think we can both agree there. When I look at Duren, I don't think he's going to become the next Andre Drummond. I don't think he's going to become the next Dwight Howard, because I think people forget how dominant Dwight Howard was in the post in Orlando. Duren doesn't have post moves yet. He's got a nice little jump shot that develops. I look at a guy like a Bam Adebayo. I think that's more of a realistic comparison, and I think Bam Adebayo is a very good center in this league. I think Duren has the potential to be just as good a passer as Bam. I think he can, kind of have that same mid-range game. And I think where he separates himself from Bam is the rim protection. Because we talked about it on Sunday. His rim protection is something we haven't seen in a long time. We haven't seen help side defense like that since Ben Wallace. Like, there was a shot he had against the Raptors, man. That shit went flying. And he damn near injured Alec Burks in just trying to block it like he landed on him. Like, I think if you're a Piston fan and you look at Jalen Duren, you should just be so excited and just salivating, because you have a building block center. You don't have to go out and try to go get a center in free agency. I'm glad we didn't get DeAndre Ayton. I'm so glad we didn't get DeAndre Ayton.
Oh, my God, yes.
I'd much rather have Jalen Duren on a rookie scale contract for the next 4 years than pay DeAndre Ayton a max, because I think Duren within the next 3 to 4 years will develop into a starting center that's possibly top 15, maybe top 10, dare I say. But I think he's a very good draft pick by Trey Weaver.
Yeah, I do. There's not really much I can even say more. I don't think he's the next Andre Drummond. I think, like I said, or even just a few minutes ago, I think he's some version of Dwight Howard. Bam Adebayo was a very good player, and that's a very interesting comparison for Duren because both 6'9", 6'10", very athletic, very strong, good defensive players, strong rebounders. Bam, a little bit better offensively, but interesting comparison to say the least. We got a good one in Duren. We can talk and brag about Ivy, but we got to talk about Duren just the same because he is going to anchor this defense for a really, really long time.